Alright, let me show you the mess. Because we're in the middle of tearing shit apart and putting shit together. So, I don't really work all that organized. You know, those people that have, you know, everything on rags and it's all clean. It's not really me. I'm just kind of a hack. Throw it together and see if it works. So, got new crank all together. Had to beat the shit out of it, but we got it within a thou on run out on all journals, so I was happy with that. I tore apart the old engine, and I'm going to use the transmission out of it because I've got a bunch of other transmission pieces, and in fact, one that's a Banshee. And I was looking at the gear ratios, and I've always run an RZ gear set. But the Banshee goes, you know, low first and then big jumps and then kind of is smaller on the top end. And the RZ's a little more consistent through the whole thing. And I always thought that would be better. And now I'm wondering, I don't know if it would be better. I mean, I don't really care, you know, I get about third gear is about the time that I'm really getting settled in and getting moving and figuring out if the bike's going to run anyway. But anyway, let's talk about that another time. We're going with the RZ gear set. Now, I went in and undercut. I guess I didn't. Maybe I only did 5th and 6th gear, where I undercut the dogs, if you can see that. I've had problems in the past with, in the top gears, having it come out of gear. So, anyway, so we did that. Look how nice and blue. I think that's 6th gear, right? Must be smooking along pretty good. I don't even think that's a word, I just made it up. But the surface footage has got to be pretty good on that. But anyway, new crank. Now, the one thing I did is I widened this rod, giving it a little bit of strength, but I'd already made part of the crankshaft pieces. I only had to make 3 or 4 pieces to come up with the 2 cranks. And then I realized that it wasn't going to fit, so I had to cut a little bit down the sides. My game plan is in the future is leave that wider and leave a little bit more of a gap on the crank. So I got the new cases together, new top case, bottom case, all, you know, crank bores, transmission bores all sorted out, all ready to go. Got the cylinders are all done. They're bored. I still have yet to go in and chamfer and do a final hone, but we're done other than that. It came out really good. Super happy with that. We got a little Speed of Cheese logo in action, right? Because that's important. That's worth like 5 miles an hour just in itself. I think that's it. I've got a new clutch. I don't even think I made one pass on it. I can't remember. I won this somewhere. And then a lockup. I think that's got to cover it. So my goal today is to get everything together and then probably have it on the dyno probably going to be Wednesday. And yeah, I think that's it. All right. We will catch up in just a couple days because I'll get the dyno first fire off and get the dyno working. I did a couple of things before, and I don't remember if I covered this, but I put a big 16 millimeter left-hand thread with the idea that if I ever ran nitro or something, I could use a remote starter, crank it up. Sometimes starting off a kicker is a pain, especially if you're early morning and it's freezing cold on El Mirage. So I will put the Kickstarter in this, but I want the option at some point to be able to do that. Is that it? I think that's it. Okay, bye.